Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're about to enter the losers finals match here we're at PAX East for the MLG Season 1 League Finals. Revan and Nadeshot, Curse Las Vegas versus Strictly Business. How excited are you for this matchup?
I've been excited for all the matches that we've had this weekend. When you have an invite-only tournament like this, you see all the phenomenal teams just in one position, all playing each other. Curse LV had a really strong performance versus Envy yesterday, something that a lot of people really weren't expecting. They came around with that series 3-1, and they advanced in the loser bracket finals. And now they're going to be playing Strictly Business, someone who has a lot of success in the past, but they unfortunately just got 3-0'd by Complexity. They're just on a tear, just showing their dominance at every single event. So this is going to be a very evenly matched game right here. I believe Curse LV is going to have a slight edge in the Search and Destroys, but then you'll see SB with the advantage in respawn. So it's really going to come down to a lot of clutch gunfights, just how Call of Duty always is.
So Strictly Business, they're fresh off a match, but it was a 3-0-2 Complexity. Curse Las Vegas, they're off a fresh night's sleep. They were just in a strike zone free-for-all to warm up, but they really haven't gotten those first game jitters out of the way. But with that 3-0, you think Strictly Business, are they going to be a little bit down on themselves? How's the team morale right now?
I actually just saw Dito tweeting out that they were about to play for, top two. I don't really think it's sticking in their heads. I think Curse LV is at a slight disadvantage just because they haven't had the time to play an intense match.
Yeah.
Warming up strike zone dominate or free for all against bots is all good and fun, but you really don't get into those gunfights and those situations where you'll be familiar when you actually get into the match. So I think Strictly Business does have a slight advantage going into this. But, they're all professional players. They all can handle themselves in any given situation.
Well, it looks like Strike Zone Domination going to be the first map in the best of 5 series. And we all know Curse Las Vegas, they love this map. One of Parasite's favorite. They just know how to rotate. But Strictly Business, they're no team to take lightly on this map.
No, not at all. They have such a SMG presence. Every single player on their team can really make it happen at any given time in any given situation. And that's why SB is so good at this map. We've struggled against them in the past. But you saw Curse Las Vegas get blown out of the water by Envy yesterday. So,
54 points on that one side.
Yeah, we actually cast that match together. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back on this map.
All right, starting things off with Apathy. This guy, he's the X factor of Strictly Business. And take a look at this. Immediate throwing some stuns will connect, slowing them down off the breakout. Finds one player outside Kitchen, but he's going to be forced to back down here. Does wind up picking up the kill. So decent break for Strictly Business here as Apathy gets cleaned up. Let's move over to their main objective player, Sensor.
Yeah, Apathy right there at the beginning, very good map awareness, stayed alive, and then ended up picking that kill. Something that seems so normal for a pro player. That's a play that's very hard to make.
All right, so Ricky cleaning up house inside the middle of the map, but this B flag, it's going to get captured by Sensor. And if you're watching the mini map right there, Curse Las Vegas, they've been doing the same breakout on Strike Zone Domination. They haven't changed anything up, where they try to send 2 around through the front border and try to flank, but Strictly Business, they were all over it, and they shut down Curse LV on that break.
And I think it's kind of funny because SB does the same exact breakout on that side, so we're going to be seeing the same thing from them. So it's going to be interesting to see who can counter that the best.
Your boy Ricky's on a tear right now. He's 4-1 as he jumps on the A flag. His teammate Parasite picks up 2. Let's switch over to Miracles. As it stands right now, Curse Las Vegas are losing the C flag, but they are on A right now. They just need to get this middle map cut off.
Yeah, you mentioned Ricky, and yesterday I was actually very surprised how well he did with SMG on Blitz Freight. Just showing how he can be that SMG slayer that he needs to be for a team. And that's so important on Call of Duty Ghosts because in Black Ops 2, you really didn't have to transition like that. All the assault rifle players kind of had their place. You were playing maps like Yemen Hardpoint. You had, what was it? Not Plaza. That one got thrown out of the water.
But Standoff Raid.
Standoff Raid. Just assault rifle heavy maps for Hardpoint. But now you see all these players have to transition into SMG players, and a lot of them have really done it very well.
Oh, yeah. Even in Parasite's case, he started out as an anchor player, later on transitioned to some machine gun player. Same could be said about Nameless, but right now we're watching Saints as Strictly Business. They're holding A and C. They're looking to lock down Curse Las Vegas inside the B flag area, but looking at the minimap, they decide to break out towards Closet. Now they have brick control. They're fighting for mid-map, and they're going to be jumping on A.
Yeah, and Strictly Business actually has a 10-point lead right now, which is surprising because Adito is 1-6 right now. He's one of their main slayers, and he just got his first kill seconds ago, and we're almost halfway through the game. So they're doing a very good job rotating. You know, he might not be doing the best slaying-wise, but they're playing as a team, and they're finding success. They have a 14-point lead right now.
Big kill from Saints right there, taking Ricky off of the A flag, but more players for Curse Las Vegas around the area. Saints is going to get some help from his teammate Apathy, who's going off right now, 10-5. Sensor going to try to save this, keeping it neutral. He will be able to, but look at the mini-map. He's about to get challenged, but it looks like Dito's got the cutoff.
Yeah, and when we talked about it earlier yesterday, Apathy really is the X factor for SB. When he plays well, his team plays well. And you always need a player like that that can really change the game. I think Embos is our X factor. You know, Complexity, I feel like all of them are the X factor.
Yeah, at any given moment, anyone from Complexity could go off.
But Apathy is just playing very well, and he seems to be giving his team the edge right now.
Strictly Business going for the 3-cap. They got B neutralized right now. Big kills from Sensor right there. Look at him, 13-4. Sensor going off right now, but as they cap B, Curse Las Vegas spawn out on the A flag. They're going to be able to capture it. And look at the minimap. They're going to be going right through Pro Shop, going to fight for C.
And usually I would talk about rotations on strike zone domination, but right now Curse LV is just getting outslayed. That's plain and simple. You know, not one player on their team is positive, and you know, they do have captures, but when they get those flags, they don't have the ability to slay out and hold that positioning. So for the second side, if they can do a little damage control right now and the second side get those kills up, they might have a better opportunity to win this map.
These are some big kills from Saint, but he gets taken out. Let's switch over to whoever's going to be inside the B area. That's going to be Apathy, but action going down near the A flag. That was cleaned up by Sensor, who's 17-5 right now, along with 4 caps.
That's unbelievable, and he's just been playing so well this event. And it's very fun to see when they're having a lot of fun. It just turns out that he's playing very well. So it sounds like there's a correlation between the two, but he is having a monster side right now. He just went up to 18 kills. Let's get on board with him. What is he up to?
He's up to killing people, man. Killing people, capping flags. Right now, Strictly Business, they're up by 34
He's on a 5 kill
points.
streak right now, and he almost got the 6 right there.
Sensor's going off right now, man. There's just no other way to put it, but Strictly Business increasing their lead every 5 seconds. A 36-point lead, man.
In reality, it's the entire team. You have 3 players on their team that are almost going double positive.
I mean, even though Dito's 6-11, it doesn't matter because his teammates, they're all like triple positive.
Now, I've gone through this before. When all 3 of your teammates are killing everything.
Oh my God, Apathy.
Oh my gosh, Apathy is just on a tear. 21-6 from Sensor, 19-9 from Apathy, Saints 16-10.
So if Strictly Business are doing this to Curse Las Vegas, but Complexity 3-0 Strictly Business like it was nothing, what does that say about the skill gap between these teams?
It's hard, man. That's a really tough comparison to make because right now Complexity is just on another level, just like they have been for the past year. And there's not much you can say. 23-7.
With
that's
5 caps as well.
That's crazy. I've never seen Sensor play so well.
Yeah, you also got Apathy right behind him at 19-9. Saints went 16-10. I mean, Dito went 6-11, but there aren't many more kills on the map. His teammates kind of slayed everything.
That's what I was talking about. I've been on a few teams where you just have 3 dominant slayers and you kind of feel out of place on the map, not sure what to fill in because your teammates are killing everything. So I know what Dito's going through right now, but I'm sure he doesn't care at all just because they just had such an amazing first side. We're going to go into the second side, and we were talking about it yesterday, but when you have a lead like that on strike zone,
that's huge.
It's almost insurmountable just because we talked about how the size of the map kind of dictates the longevity of the lead. Like how are you going to have the ability to overcome that, even though you just so hard to keep a lead on a small map like that?
Yeah, so Strictly Business, they're just going to be focused on trading flags here. I mean, they don't really need to lock down the map. They don't need map control. All they need is everybody working together. As long as they're all pushing the next flag that has to be capped, I don't see how they could lose this next side.
Right. Now, if you guys look around the PAX venue right now, I think the crowd has increased for Championship Sunday.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I like to see this. This is a very cool event to be a part of.
Yeah, and as you see at the bottom of your screen, guys, we have an unfiltered truth fan poll. 70% of you guys think that Strictly Business are going to take it, while 36% now voting for Curse. So 64 for Strictly Business, 33 now for Curse. See it live updates, but I think Strictly Business have at least this first map in the bag.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're using that hashtag Moment of Truth if you guys want to submit an answer. We'll keep that poll up for a little bit here. And right now, as Revan said, SB kind of has the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it going into the second side just because of the point advantage that they do have.
So Curse Las Vegas, obviously this is their first game of the day, whereas Strictly Business just matched up against Complexity in the winners finals, but they ultimately lost that. So Strictly Business, maybe they're a little bit more warmed up than Curse LV is. So Curse LV on this next side, I'm just looking for them to, get in a lot of gunfights, get that gun skill where it should be at.
And they're not really too worried right now because this is the exact same thing that happened versus Envy yesterday. They lost the first map, then they took 3 in a row. But, I just want a nice 2-piece right there by Parasite with that Vector red dot. Same breakout as yesterday, and they have pressure on the C flag, and he's going to go for the capture. But Dito putting in work with that Bulldog inside of B. Hopefully he checks his front door because he's going to have some action right there. And he does, but he's getting shots down, and Mud Dog's going to get that kill and hop straight on the B flag with a trophy.
Yeah, so Parasite was able to neutralize the C flag, but as we were discussing yesterday, the rule of thumb for domination is that your main spawns are going to be where your last flag was captured. So the last flag captured Strictly Business was at C. They spawned over at Pro Shop, took Parasite off the flag, and now 3 down right now for Curse Las Vegas. Miracles trying to slay down middle map, but I think he may have been able to gain some position over at C flag if he committed there.
Yeah, and all we can really ask for Curse LV right now is to slay as much as possible because that's going to, get their heads back into the game going into the second map. They can still make this happen, but that 41-point lead, it's pretty daunting. Miracle's picking up a nice kill there over at C-Dom, and it looks like he's going to hop on, throw some stuns top Paul, and he's actually going to meet up with somebody. He gets a hit marker with the grenade, but it doesn't get shots down, and he's going to get taken out.
So just to give you guys a little bit of insight about the math here, if Curse Las Vegas are able to get a 3 cap, if they lock it down for a minute, that's 36 points that they will get. So it's still very much possible that they can come back. They just need to find a way to, maybe hold a 2 cap for the entire game or push the 3 for maybe like 30 seconds will greatly help them out.
Yeah, I haven't seen really any teams kind of perfect a 3 cap on Strike Zone just because it comes down to so many like 1v2 or 1v3 gunfights at a flag. You just can't spread out so much just because the other team's going to start spawning in one controlled area. So it's very difficult to hold a 3 cap, but you never know. They could pull it out of the back pocket, and we could see it.
I was watching the minimap. Saints spawned directly on the C flag despite not having it controlled, but he was unable to neutralize it. And Curse Las Vegas, they're in a great position right now. They have AC, they have SV spawning inside B. I feel like once they get the first cycle of kills, that's when they're going to make their move and push the 3 cap.
Yeah, Ricky making a really smart play here and kind of just trailing Sensor, trying to pick up the 2-piece, and he does connect on that. I'm not sure. I'd like to see him get aggressive in B, just because at this point I think they have to. With a nice 3 kill streak right there from Ricky. He's even on a 4. I didn't even realize it. 10 and 8, playing very well for Curse LV.
Yeah, here comes Miracles inside B, but he got shut down. Mud Dog unable to fend off the pressure at A. Parasite can't even neutralize B, and all far go down for Curse Las Vegas. Strictly Business, they have A under their control, they got B under their control, and now all they got to do is play the waiting game. Only 1 more minute until they can mathematically close out the game.
Yeah, and right now they're trying to lock Curse Las Vegas in the C. You saw Dito put down that trophy in B, and he's going to be controlling these top C stairs, but a member of Curse LV has hopped on the A flag, a big gunfight right there from SB. He gets killed, and now Curse LV is going to be making their way over to that A flag again. But Dito is helping get the cuts for C flag, and he almost picks up the 2-piece, but Ricky answering right back. He's going to be hopping on C as Saints tries to put some pressure on Ricky.
Yeah, Saints should be able to pick up 1. Can't get the second, though. And this time around, Strictly Business, not as many kills as the first side, but still outslaying their opponent, and Dito stepping it up. He's 13 and 9, was only able to get 6 kills on the first side, but Strictly Business, their lead is just too big right now.
Yeah, Curse LV, they're trying their best. They're tied. They had the lead for a little bit, and now they're actually down by 2 points. Everybody on SB, they're just kind of going through the motions. They're getting ready for the second map right now mentally, I would imagine, because this one is basically over. You have Dito running around with his Bulldog the entire game, going to be trying to get some kills on A. Does connect on that, but gets taken out from the courtyard. They're going to be very aggressive on this A flag, trying to get this captured, and they should be able to capture this. Apathy's going to try and get that cut at courtyard, but all of Curse LV kind of spanning out together. They're not really making a coordinated push, but at this point, I think they know just as much as we do that.
Yeah, it's 100% over at this point. Just not enough time left for Curse Las Vegas, even if they were holding all 3 flags. Not enough time left for them to come back and take the lead. So map 1 will go to Strictly Business, which has got to be a
Slasher over here. Nice 2-piece with the knife.
But it's got to be a good morale boost for the whole Strictly Business squad after getting 3-0'd by Complexity to come out and just dominate Curse Las Vegas on the first map. should give them, you know, some confidence going into map number 2.
Oh, of course. Apathy on a nice 5-kill streak right now. Going to be looking for some more kills down at the C flag. He's on a tear right now, 6 kills in a row. He's even going to hop on C. I wonder if he realizes his spawns are top C stairs, and he does. Going to be looking for the kill.
Free
Miracles.
kills.
Not even playing.
Free
on
kills.
an 8-kill streak right now. Apathy really turning it up, even when it's not needed. So good for him. He even has a specialist. Has got that sleight of hand. And game 1 is going to go to Strictly Business.
Yeah, in convincing fashion as well, winning by 17 points on the second side, 41 on the first. So if we do some quick math, that's 58 overall.
All smiles out of Apathy. I got to give him the MVP for map 1. He was really just playing so well, consistently on the first side, and then on the second side going large for his team, 19 and 10 with 1 capture. Sensor also with 4. You have Mud Dog on the other side for Kursal V with 4 captures. So all of them, making plays for their team and really get on the flags when they know they need to.
Yeah, Sensor also had 4 caps on that first side, so 8 overall, plus lots of selling being done by the entire Strictly Business squad. But that wraps up for map number 1, Strictly Business taking it very convincingly. We're going to a commercial break. When we come back, Search and Destroy, Cursal's Vegas versus Strictly Business. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.